Big up Boxing Bros UK, doing good things in the boxing sphere.
Boxing Bros UK here. I'm a Hister Boss Chris. Lonely Stoner podcast. I talk about Dalton Smith and Matisse. Dalton Smith's first world title fight. Right. Let's get into it, Seth. Firstly, Eddie Hearn is lost the purse bid for this. Again, it seems like he doesn't care about the British fighters. I feel sorry for Dalton Smith because he's a rising star. His first world title can sell out Sheffield Arena easy. And yeah, he only just missed out by like 200 grand. Eddie Hearn put in 1,700, 1.7 million, or 1.710 million. And then some fresh productions offered 1.9 million. So they won. But just a little bit of probably a digression, but just Eddie Hearn neglecting his homegrown fighters because he's seeking world domination. Because that's anytime he gets asked this question, he goes, "We're the best promotion outfit in the world." Maybe, but to be the best promotion outfit in the world, you're fucking what got you there.
Don't forget what brought you to the dance.
Yeah, that's it. Which is your UK promotion company and your UK fighters, man. I'm just gonna go through Eddie Hearn's last purse bids. So Raymond Murtasala versus Andy Cruz. Eddie Hearn won. Oh, guess what? Not a British one.
Nope.
Jaron Ennis versus Cody Crowley. Eddie Hearn wins. Oh, Ennis again.
Yeah.
Haney versus Sander Martin. Matchroom didn't bid. Obviously, come on. It's Devin Haney. It's not a good investment, is it, to bid more than like $500,000 on any of his fights unless he's got the right dance partner. Then Matisse, Dalton Smith. He lost the purse bid, and what's Zepeda versus Stevenson. Public figures not confirmed, and Hearn decided to pull out the purse bid last minute. So there you go. Like Eddie Hearn used to be utterly ruthless in the purse bids, and I think it's a shame, man. Like I don't know, he's more thinking about business, and he's not. What's your take on that, anyway? How do you feel? Do you feel like I'm wrong, and yet he's taking over the world? He's doing well, or do you think he's doing well on fucking us in England?
But I think undoubtedly, probably post AJ Usyk, Eddie Hearn's focus has definitely been on building Matchroom Boxing USA. 100%. I think that's undeniable. And then also with the addition of Turki Al-Sheikh coming into the sport, Eddie Hearn doesn't have to rely on purse bids to get the big fights anymore. So he probably seeing it as probably like he did with this fight. I'll put in 1.7 mil purse bid. If I get it, good. If I don't, I don't need it. My business doesn't rely on these sorts of fights anymore. Whereas in the past, like you said, it used to. That's what brought him to the dance. Him being the best in the UK first. He may be the best in the world now, but it does, like I said, it does feel like he's leaving the UK behind. But he can do that because Frank Warren's there to pick up the scraps. You see, Frank Warren's dominating the heavyweight division. At one point,
he owns the heavyweight division.
He owns it. At one point, Eddie Hearn had the face of the heavyweight division in Anthony Joshua, but he failed to build the next generation. And, Frank Warren stepped into that gap and he's taken over at heavyweight. Maybe, I'm sure Frank Warren's looking to do it at other weight divisions in the UK as well. He's got a ton of talented UK fighters. So it's Eddie Hearn's loss, in my opinion. But in the same breath, it's not because Turki Al-Sheikh's picking up the bill anyway. So,
but my problem with this is like the difference between Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren. Frank Warren is a godfather. Like he looks after his fighters, and Eddie Hearn had AJ, Usyk, Luis Ortiz, Dave Allen, like you said, but pre Usyk, like he was smashing it, and he just let them all go. Like because he doesn't really give a shit. He's like, well, one fight deal, and this is the money. If you don't like it, fuck off, kind of thing. Frank Warren's like, no, stay with me, guys. Come on. Let's all be a family. Even if you lose, I'll still make you money. Like Frank Warren looks after his fighters. And my problem with Eddie Hearn, with losing the purse bid, is Dalton Smith is a rising star. Yeah, this is his first world title, and because you don't want to, and it should have been in Sheffield, because you don't want to spend a little bit more. It's only 200 grand. Like take a loss and invest in your boy, because now he's got to fight a world title in Puerto Rico in this guy's fucking backyard.
Oh, it's in New York. It's in New York. This is another thing, actually. The fight's
it's in New York.
They're selling no tickets. They're selling no tickets. There's loads of tickets still available for this fight. Fresh Productions are probably going to lose loads of money on this fight. If we're being honest. Because
originally it was supposed to be in Puerto Rico when they lost the purse bid, I read, but Yeah, see, it takes place in Puerto Rico, in his home country. So they must have changed that because they thought, yeah, we're not going to make any dough. Let's put it in New York. And no one wants to go and watch it. And you know why? This is what I mean. He could have sold out a stadium in Sheffield, and instead, no one really knows who he's an exciting fighter, but no one really gives a shit. No one really knows who he is apart from the hardcores. Nobody knows who Dalton Smith is because it's his first world title and he's not really fought at this level before. So basically, this fight is just, like you say, fresh productions. They're just going to fucking lose money. And Eddie Hearn could have made money if he invested a little bit in the homegrown fighters, and it's just ridiculous. And now he's got to try and get the win on away soil, you know? And it's...
Well, think Eddie Hearn could have been in this situation where, say, Dalton Smith and Matthias fight in Sheffield. Dalton Smith wins. He's now world champion. He's a star in the UK. Boxer have got Adam Azim. Adam Azim gets a couple more wins. You've now got a huge domestic fight at 140. But
I mean,
they're not thinking like that. They're not thinking a few steps down the road. But yeah,
it's just I just don't get Eddie Hearn. One time he was running when he was running boxing like pre-Usyk, pre-Ruiz. When AJ was flying and he owned all the heavyweight, and it was because UK was solid and he was just starting. And it's like now, the only purse bids he's won are the USA fighters. It's just like he's desperate to make it in America to prove a point because everyone was slagging him off saying he's not going to make it. And he's blinded by you're not developing the UK as much. It's just because what's his face? Who's that guy that Eubanks Jr.'s got babbied up his sister, his right-hand man, Eddie Hearn's guy.
Who's that?
You know, Eubanks had kids with his sister. What's his fucking name? And he hates Ben Shalom. And he's a proper nerdy guy. I can't remember what. Anyway, he's supposed to be running the UK.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, what's his fucking name?
At Match talking about.
A Matchroom, and he started off as a clerical assistant or something.
Is it Frank Smith?
Frank Smith. He can't. Eddie Hearn is like Arthur Daly from Minder. He's like Del Boy. Frank Smith he's got a personality of a fucking out-of-date yogurt, man. He can't sell it like Eddie Hearn.
He is a poor man's Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is a poor man's Eddie Hearn. Even the way he talks, I've seen some interviews, some clips. He talks like Eddie Hearn. He's a poor man's Eddie Hearn. That's what Frank Smith is.
Yeah. For me, I think he's a more outgoing Ben Shalom. He's not even in the class of Eddie Hearn's charisma and charm and how he sells it. And it's just, and you can't just leave him to be promoting the UK and while you sweating off trying to prove something in America, for fuck's sake. But anyway, just a quick one. The price of this a pay-per-view fight that people don't want to fucking go to, they can't even sell any tickets for, right? This is what you call a loss leader. So if you want to watch it on the Zone, you can do the one-off payment for £120, $224 for 12-month access, or you can do pay per month, $20 a month, $15. So just basically your subscription or your flexi, $24.99. So they must originally it weren't supposed to be on the Zone, but it's probably the money losing that much money on it that they probably said, "Oh, please buy it off us," and then putting it on normal subscription. And if you want to buy it on pay per view, it's $60, £41, £42. Oh. That is terrible. Why the fuck would you pay 42? And they wonder why people use Fire Sticks, man. Well, who the fuck is going to pay £42 to watch this?
Yeah.
So let's get on to the fight. So I'm a fan of Dalton Smith. Ever since Adam Azim blatantly ducked him, he won the European title, made out, I'm the king of mandatories. And then when Dalton Smith was his mandatory, he vacated the belt and fucking scarpered. So. I know it's their career, whatever, but for me, I hate that, man. Just defend your belt. And he went on to fight, say that he wanted to fight Harlem U, but it's just pathetic. Yeah. But I just hate that shit in fighters, man. Just if you've got a belt, defend it. If you don't want to defend it, say, I'm not ready to step up to that level. Just have a few more fights. Like Billy Joe Saunders said, I'm not fighting Golovkin yet because I'm not ready. He'll do me in. Just be honest.
Yeah. Exactly. Definitely agree. Completely agree.
Do you know what I mean? But this is his first step up, and it's a big step up. He's never fought at this level before at all. The things he's got going for him is he's got more strings to his bow than Matisse. He's got the power advantage, but it's just a big step up in class. And Matisse, he's one-dimensional. He's flat-footed, but let me tell you, it's one hell of a fucking dimension. That guy is absolutely relentless. So, what do you make of the fight? Let me give you. How do you think the fight's going to go?
I mean, I'm going to get into it. Because this is a fight I've talked about on my own channel quite a bit, and it's a fight I'm really excited for. First of all, before I even get into the fight, I want to say how stacked that 140-pound division is. Absolutely stacked with talent. You've got Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens, Keyshawn Davis, Pitbull Cruz, Gary Antoine Russell, and of course, the two men we're talking about today, in Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith, who are going to be fighting.
Shakur's just moved up to that weight class as well, hasn't he? Because
Shakur has moved up to fight Teofimo. I don't know if he's going to be at 140 going forward, though, other than this Teofimo fight. But we'll see again. If he's at 140, that's another name to add to the list, right? And anyone who's familiar with my content knows that Subriel Matias is one of my favorite fighters to watch. You know, Subriel Matias has been in and around world championship level for a couple of years now, and has gained a very well-earned reputation for being absolutely unrelenting in applying pressure to his opponent. And he's got I don't want to say unique, but it's a style that's so difficult to deal with, especially over the course of 12 rounds. Now, Subriel has a tendency to start fights slow in terms of punch output, and this seems largely to be done on purpose in an effort to maybe understand his opponent's tendencies and allow them to even begin to punch themselves out. Like you said, Subriel is far from slick defensively and employs a standard high guard and is quite plodding with his footwork. Luckily for Subriel, for now, he's got a very good chin. And the shots he's taking, he can take them without getting hurt or wobbled. And once Subriel Matias has gotten through the slow early rounds, you'll see him begin to push a pace that almost everyone he has fought hasn't been able to keep up with. Subriel throws 3, 4, 5, 6 punch combinations and will mix it up wonderfully to the body and head. And if you noticed that I mentioned earlier, part of Subriel's game plan early is for his opponent to begin to punch themselves out. And then Subriel starts to push the pace. What I've described there is a very dangerous combination. Like I said, that has left everyone he has fought exhausted, beaten, and bruised. However, Subriel has lost before, and he was outboxed by Liam Parrow, who was a slick operator at 147 and is now campaigning 147.
That was a close fight, to be honest. That was very, very razor thin. He's lucky to get that decision for me, I think.
He was lucky, and I think Liam Parrow, he nicked that fight from the early rounds. Subriel starts the fight slow. Liam Parrow nicked those rounds. Yeah. A good boxing IQ and an impressive gas tank to keep up with Subriel over 12 rounds. Like I said, he employed some tactics that Dalton Smith is going to have to employ if he's going to have any success against Subriel. And honestly, it really begins and ends with the jab. Early on in the fight, Liam Parrow used his jab really well to keep Subriel Matias early on at bay, and feinted his jab well to keep him guessing. And once Parrow and Subriel got into the business end of the fight, Liam Parrow again was able to keep Subriel at bay and not let him get any momentum. Now, Dalton Smith is an undefeated surging contender in the 140-pound division. And in my opinion, he's quite well-rounded. Like you said, he's got more strings to his bow. I think he's more dynamic. But outside of really packing a punch, I wouldn't say there's really an area that Dalton Smith is truly elite at. Maybe you'll disagree. We can get into that.
Go on.
Yeah, I think Dalton Smith is capable of pulling off an upset here. But we will need to see some stuff from Dalton Smith that we haven't really seen from him before. And it really, like I said, it begins with that disciplined jab that Liam Parrow used against Subriel successfully. We've not really seen Dalton Smith be disciplined enough and consistent enough with his jab to get the sort of performance I think he needs to beat Subriel. So I'm picking Subriel for this fight. But
Subriel. I agree with everything you said there. But however, it's just like you say, there's things that Dalton Smith's going to have to do that to win this fight that he hasn't had to show before. So we don't know if he actually can do. Like he's got to be on his jab. He's got to be quick on his feet. Like in his last fight, that patient standing there, like just moving like this, but not really like just stand looking for the right shot. And then while you're doing that, he's gonna be fucking lighting your ass up to the body to the head combination. So he's not going to be able to be patient and look for the right shot. And if he does that, he's going to lose rounds. So, so we're going to have to see things from Dalton Smith that we haven't seen before. And we don't know if he can do it. So I just think this, Like, this is Eddie Hearn again. This is bad matchmaking for me. I don't think he should have been in this fight. He needed another fight before this fight, a middle fight. Like Adam Azim's ducked him. He's calling him out now, but I don't believe he would fight him. You've got that Boxer shit. He's with Boxer. He's with Eddie Hearn. Blah blah blah. But he needed a fight, an in-between fight before he went for a world title. Yes. Someone who's got a heartbeat, who's going to fight back and make him use the skills that he's got if he's got them. But now he's got to do that against a fucking guy that is going to be absolutely relentless. He's going to be relentless, and he's not going to give you time to think. He's not going to, because it's all right being cool and calm and collective against fucking Mexican road sweepers, but you can't do that against Matisse. So it's just, but he might be able to do them things, and he might be like a Fury, like a Billy Joe. Like if you put him in there against a good opponent, boom, turns it on.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And like if you put him in against someone, but then again, when he's in against his shit opponents, he's looking good, and we don't even know what his mentality is like when he's under pressure. There's so many question marks that but he's a British guy, so and I don't. We're Boxing Bros UK here. We got to back the Brits. But no, do you know what? I ain't going with when I was watching both their last fights today, even though I do think that he lost that fight, Matisse's last fight against Berlo, I just don't think, even the hand speed on Dalton Smith, I don't think like his jab and his hand speed is going to be is anywhere near Berlo's speed. Like Berlo's got skills, and we've not seen that from Dalton Smith, and I don't really. It's just too many question marks. My prediction for this fight is I'm going to have to go with Matisse. Eddie Hearn, you fucked up again with your bad matchmaking. But if you've rolled the dice, if you win, I'll eat my humble pie. But we're doing a prediction league as well. So me and Seth, we're both picking Matisse. Boom, boom. So I've got to go. I've got to agree with you. Too many question marks, and I think he needed one more fight before he stepped in with a guy of Matisse's caliber. So
if you see Sabron Matisse's record, you know he's got tons of stoppages. Do you think he can stop Dalton Smith in this fight?
There's too many question marks. We don't know what his chin's like because he's never really been hit by anyone who hits hard. So it's just, this is what I mean. You know, like I just don't get Eddie Hearn right now. When there's this many question marks on a fighter, you need to. Frank Warren moves him a little bit too slow sometimes. Like what he's doing with Moses is fucking ridiculous because there's no question marks for me. On his chin, but everything else, no. So push him a bit faster. But he's better at matchmaking. Hearn is just, fuck it. If you don't win, you should be winning at this level. I thought you wanted to be a world champion. That's on you. No, you're their promoter, you're their manager. It's on you. Bad matchmaking for me, this fight. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll stop him because we don't know if he's got a chin. We don't know anything about Dalton Smith at this level. And I just think it's just a bad fight, a bad matchmaking by Eddie Hearn again. Like, he needs to. Come on, Barry, have a word with your son, man. The undercard. Do you recognize any of the names on there at all, Seth? The undercard.
Not a single name, mate. Not a single.
When I was looking at all of them guys, I was like, who the fuck are these guys, man?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? Oh my God.
It's just bad. Like, I don't know any of them. It's just like, how can you charge $60 for an undercard? That's dog shit. It's just this fight is just like this fight is this is what you call a lost leader, and the only person that he should have invested in is Dalton Smith. I hate to say. So that's so undercard fights. We're not doing any videos on them because we don't know who they are. Well, that's it from us, man. Like and subscribe. Lonely Stoner podcast. Thanks for coming on as usual. Check his channel out. It's a great channel.
Help, I need somebody. Help, now just